Outside the Wire is a Netflix original sci-fi action movie starring Anthony Mackie and Damson Idris. And trust me, this is totally different from other Netflix original that you know and hate. Is Outside the Wire really a bad movie? Stick to the end of this video to find out. Now before we move on, I would like you to hit the subscribe button and let's get into it. So this movie takes place in the year 2033, like we haven't seen enough futuristic apocalypse movie already. A civil war erupted in Eastern Europe, Ukraine precisely. Nope, not Captain America Civil War, a violent civil war. Apparently, the Russia actually wanted their territories back, and of course there was a resistance to this. So this led the US to station some troops in the area as peacekeepers. So during one of these missions, a team of the Marine and their robotic soldiers called GUMS, which are actually almost very useless, were ambushed and were taking heavy fire. 2 soldiers got injured in the process. Lieutenant Thomas Harp, a drone pilot who was apparently keeping an eye on the situation, spotted an enemy vehicle containing a launcher, but was ordered not to fire so as not to kill the 2 injured soldiers. He disobeys the direct order and fired anyway, killing 2 men and saving 38. He justifies this by saying it is for the greater good. As punishment for what he did, he was sent to Camp Nathaniel, a US military base in Ukraine, and was then assigned to Captain Leo. Turns out Captain Leo was actually robotic. He refers to himself as a 4th generation biotech. He is so advanced that he feels emotions and pain. How?
What the fuck, Captain?
Now this differs from the normal human and machine relationship that you know. Leo sees Zap as emotionless.
Damn, you a cold motherfucker.
And App says it's right to be so because emotions lead to mistake.
People are stupid. Their emotions lead to mistakes.
And Leo, on the other hand, thinks humans are not emotional enough.
Maybe humans aren't emotional enough, Lieutenant.
Get it? You get it, right? Like now the machines feels more than human does. Hollywood. Their mission apparently was to find Viktor Koval, a warlord who wants Ukraine to be part of Russia. Apparently, Koval was looking for the launch codes to Russia's Sistema Perimeter.
Perimeter. That's Russia's automated nuclear retaliation system.
Exactly.
And if he could get it, he is going to launch a nuke into the US. So they left the base under the cover to deliver vaccines to a refugee camp to get intel about Koval. They had some encounter on the way there though. Harp doesn't like the way Leo operates, by the way. He didn't notify the base when they encounter insurgents or when he bought some illegal weapons from a resistant leader. Yeah, he actually did that. Or when he asked Harp to remove his tracking device, which we actually got to find out later that it was not his tracking device, but instead that was his failsafe installed in him should he go rogue, which was actually what he did. Plot twist. About 1 hour into the movie, Harp finds out that Leo has actually been manipulating him. He found out Leo actually wasn't the one in charge, he was. But Leo led him to believe he was the subordinate.
So we're partners.
Fuck no. I'm a subordinate.
Apparently, Leo needs human validation in order to operate, but also has the ability to relinquish the need for human authority. You said human is exhibiting improper and impaired judgment.
My backup system allows me to relinquish the need for human authority if said person is exhibiting improper or impaired judgment.
You then revealed that he chose Harp because he normally makes improper and impaired judgment. Apparently, their orders were to return to base if the trail of Koval should go cold, which it actually did back in the refugee camp.
An intel officer like yourself can follow an aborted line and it's considered a hunch. If I do it, it's a fault.
So Liu manipulated Harp in order to get him involved in acts of insubordination. For example, the illegal trade he witnessed and did nothing. So his backup system is actually going to relinquish the need for any human authority. So with his fail-safe gun, he can conduct an operation of his own, which is actually launching the nuke to New York. But why, you ask? Why not? Because Hollywood. Well, Sophia actually explains to App that the US were actually not the peacekeepers, but were actually benefiting from the war. So Leo actually saw this and then decided to end the war by launching an attack on US himself, because he believes it's going to save more life than he kills, just as App believed saving 36 and killing 2 is for the greater good. Leo then reveals to App that the other reason he is actually launching the nuke to New York was to show them that fully autonomous robots like himself were actually just going to cause more deaths and destructions, and the only way to stop production is by showing them that a fully autonomous robot like himself can go rogue and turn against his maker.
You want them to shut the program down?
For a long, long time.
Yo, you've been lying this whole time, so why the fuck would I believe you anyway?
This is the motherfucking truth.
At the end of this movie, Leo was able to move from the emotionless, calculated drone pilot that we saw from the start to the exact opposite. Instead of letting Leo escape with the attacks, it stopped him, now believing the greater good isn't about the most life saved, but instead the fact that humans can change.
Humans can learn to do better. That is the greater good, Leo.
So App was able to escape in just a nick of time before a drone strike was able to destroy the base. Well, don't ask me how App was able to get out of the building in just 7 seconds, seeing that the building is just so very big, or how the drone strike was able to destroy just the perimeter and not set up the nuke. So it's outside the wire a good movie? I am still going to leave that to you. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. My name is Victor King. See you next time.